I think that's the perfect way to start. Here we go. Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 37. We're excited about this one. I have the beautiful Bonnie Lashay on the podcast today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. Y'all found the place okay? Everything good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, that's what's up.
Got lit along the way.
Yeah?
Me.
So you feeling good? You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, bet. What's new with you? What you been up to?
I've been working on music. So recently I just popped back out of nowhere from the fucking dead. Everybody was curious to where the fuck I went. And, you know, obviously, like, I was signed to BlueFace and I was, like, on his TV show. And then out of nowhere, I just disappeared. So it was like, where's Bonnie? Like, where's Nene? And I was going through shit. Like, people don't realize, like, somebody tried to say it was like a sacrifice to either stay signed or to deal with my personal shit. But I don't feel like it was a sacrifice. It was like, had to be done. But I guess at the end, I kind of like left. So it kind of sacrificed my career. But it wasn't a sacrifice because anything I do is for my kid, my son. So it's not a sacrifice to me. It's just what had to be done. And I'm back and I'm popping. I'm dropping music. Doing interviews back to back, TV shows, anything that's, you know, that's new, that's promoting me, I'm with it, as long as it's not like somebody trying to degrade me.
For sure.
Because I carry a certain weight and title to myself, and I want people to respect that and respect me.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. So you're saying you left the situation you had because of your son?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was more personal things. At that time, like, I was letting my family stay at my place, and I would live in Mission Valley at that time, San Diego. And they just ruined my whole place. And everyone knows this story. Well, at that time, everybody saw, like, celebrities, Trippie Redd, Meek Mill. They seen that, like, I posted my family, like, ruining my stuff. Like, I didn't post them, but I posted my place. Right. It was fucked up. And this just, like, shows you, like, when you're on a journey that's bigger than what people really expect, like, people actually, it's not that they expect it. They know that, like, I'm chosen. They know that I have a different type of aura, something I really can't explain. But, like, down to my siblings and family, friends, anybody that feels my energy that I come around, they feel me. And I think that that's a lot for people to handle because they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to accept it. And sometimes they wish it was them. Sometimes they wish it was them. And that's... Sorry. I'm getting blown up. It's my mom.
No worries.
And it's hard for people to accept your journey, especially when you're getting signed by a rapper. I've only been doing music for, like, at that time it was only like a few months because it was COVID, and I started during COVID, and to get signed like so quickly, no one expected that, so it just kind of like shook everybody. Everyone was like scared, and I think what made me like feel kind of like away was like I always take care of like people I love, my friends, my family. I'm always giving to the point where I feel like I was getting taken advantage of, but I didn't care because I love them. And they would just pretty much, you know, take from me, but I would give. And I think like they did that on purpose. They ruined my apartment, and then it's bigger than my apartment. Like, Blue wasn't doing anything for me. You know, like, I wish that me being on a TV show and getting signed, that he would have moved a little faster, but he didn't, you know? So why would I stick around when I feel like my career's not moving and I've been there for months, you know? I have a kid, I'm not getting evicted for nobody because I let him know, and he's like, you know, just follow the dream, like, I got you. But even if somebody had you, you're not doing enough for me to feel like you really got my back. And I don't go off nobody's word because I've done that before. And at any point, you can kick me the fuck out. Where's me and my son going to go? And I'm not going to be trapped in any type of situation. And I'm not stupid. And me and him are the same sign, so he gets it. Like, don't play. I'm an Aquarius.
You big into zodiacs?
Yeah, our birthday's a week apart. So don't sit here and try to tell me, like, oh, believe in this. Like, I'm not a dummy. Like, somebody else he dealt with, you know?
I feel it. Let's rewind though. Let's rewind. I want to get your whole story, Bunny. I want to hear everything because I know you're from San Diego, obviously from the town. I'm from San Diego, so we got that in common. But I want to get your whole story from growing up here, to your upbringing here in San Diego, how you got into music, getting on the show. I want to get into everything, but I want to start all the way from the beginning. So you're from San Diego. You're from Southeast San Diego.
Southeast.
For sure. What high school did you go to, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, so I went to a few because growing up, so like rewinding to the high school, but like I went to like OTA, I went to Lincoln, I went to Gompers, I went to Squad Academy, which is in Escondido. But I grew up in foster care, so like throughout my childhood, I was like going from foster home to foster home. So that's why I went to like so many different schools, and like it kind of got me behind. So when I like went, basically I was in this what do you call it, like a group home. But it's an academy, like a boarding type school. I
know about Sample Squad Academy.
Yeah.
I went to high school in Escondido. I know about Sample Squad Academy.
But that's not the high school. It's like the one that's off where the orange groves are. And there's like a middle school in there. No.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That, yes. So why do you know? How do you know?
One of my, well, she's like my sister. We're not blood related, but like she's like my sister. Her and her younger sister, their mom passed away, and they went to go stay there for a little bit.
Well, yeah, so when I got there, like, I was like 14 years old, and I was just leaving Gompers. It had, like, came out, like, I told, but, like, my cousin, she's, like, my foster cousin, but she told her mom, she would always visit my foster home, she told her mom that the boy that was living there, was, like, multiple boys, was, like, touching us and, like, doing stuff to us, like literally not just touching but actually doing. And I told the lady that I lived with, and I was like, hey, this is going on, and I was scared to tell you, but like I'm trying to tell you, like, this is happening. And I'm 14, mind you, this is going on for like quite some time. She didn't care. She's like, don't tell nobody, don't go to school telling nobody. And she's one of those foster moms, like, she don't really care. She's, like, abusive mentally.
Like, in it for the money.
Yes, had hella foster kids. Like, it was all ages and, like, just all different types of kids stacked in rooms. Like, it was really kind of fucked up. And, like, she was pretty bad, but, like, the one good thing I liked was that she cooked, and she could cook good. So that was it. But other than that, like, it was like I was like the only girl, and then there was like some little babies, and I always had to watch the toddlers and the babies, and like wake up at 4 a.m. and like clean up like I'm fucking Cinderella and shit. Like, the shit was stupid. Like, I didn't get to have a childhood. And so my cousin told her mom what happened because he was doing that to both of us, and like I had to go to court.
And this is another kid in the...
Yeah, but she's not a part of the foster care. She had her real mom. That was her granddaughter. She would just come visit me. We're like the same age.
I'm saying that the boy that was messing with y'all, he was also in the...
Yeah, he was in the foster home, but that was her real biological grandson. Oh, wow. So she kind of had his back instead of like having my back, and it was like fucked up because I'm the girl, but she always was weird to me, you know? And it was like, you don't let me go outside and play. All the boys, everybody gets to go outside and play. The whole neighborhood is outside. There's girls, neighbors, and that. Like, I'm not able to go outside. I'm able to clean up, stay in the house. Like, I was just innocent still, though. Like, I played with Barbies for a long-ass time. I was just, like, a little kid, and I just wanted to, like, live that little kid life. And, like... It was really fucked up because, like, I lived with her since I was, like, 8 years old, and, like, I know this is not attractive, and I'm not promoting this, but, like, there was times where I wanted to die because I was so sad about, like, everything that happened, like, the abuse. Mind you, before her foster home, I was in another foster home when I was a toddler, getting abused, like socked on, not able to eat, standing up all night, just going through a lot of shit. And that was in Bay Vista. No, you know where that's at.
Absolutely.
And I went to as a little kid, I went to what's that school up the street? What you called?
We used to smack them in basketball too.
Yes, I cannot think but it's like literally
take
up
my
the
Southeast
street.
card.
I'll look it up at the end, but there was a school right there, and went to that school, and I just remember her cutting my fucking hair off. Like, every foster home that I went to, it was always a lady. It's just so fucking mean. Like, and in that last foster home when I was like 8 or 9 or 10, I don't know, but she adopted me, and I just, like, was so scared to say no, please don't adopt me. And like I was the only sibling. All my siblings were like my two sisters were together. My brother was with our grandma. I was by myself. So like,
why did you have to be by yourself?
I really don't know till this day.
You never asked those questions?
I mean, I don't know who to ask. You know, my mom, she can't answer them because she was on drugs. Like she don't know. And then like I have a feeling that it's because my two sisters maybe had the same last name, and then like my name was different. But I'm the middle child, so like. But I dealt with a lot by myself, and like when I was in that foster home with that lady and the boys and stuff like that really fucked me up because I was getting bullied at school, in middle school. I wanted to die. I tried to kill myself when I was little. But I didn't really try. Like, I tried, but I didn't. Like, I was just crying so fucking hard. I used to pray for my family. Like, I used to pray.
What do you mean you tried, but you didn't? Like what? If you don't, what did you do? Like,
I went in my closet and I grabbed a fucking robe thing, like the thing that you tie, and I just put it around my neck and I was like holding it. I didn't tie it. Well, I kind of put it over the little hoop, the little rack. It was like pulling it, but obviously, like I was just so hurt. I was just sad that like I was going through so much, and like it was just really fucked up because.
Did you pass out or like?
I felt dizzy. I didn't pass out. I stopped because I wanted to be here. Like I wanted to live, but I just didn't have nobody at the time, and like. I don't know. I think that I came over like a lot of stuff that a lot of people would not expect. And I think that life is bigger than the things you go through. Like you can go through a lot of shit, but you can still be a good person.
Absolutely.
At the end of it all, like you don't have to be a statistic to what people want you to be. And you could be whatever you want to be. And I want to set an example for everyone who is going through things to be bigger. Like, you can make it. You can do whatever you want to do. And I think that, like, people don't really understand that. And they don't have the support and the motivation to move. For some reason, I felt stuck, but I just have that drive, like, nobody's going to stop me. Like, I don't give a fuck if I took a break for 2 years. I don't give a fuck who's telling me no. Like, you're not going to tell me no. Like, you could tell me no, you could tell me no, you could tell me no, but that next door is going to say yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck. You're not going to stop me because I've been through way too much, and I'm so hungry for what the fuck I want out of life that I feel like I'm the hungriest. And I don't care if one opportunity made me look like I wasn't, because there's more opportunities that they're going to accept you, and they're going to take your story, and they're going to take you as you are and make that a whole, and then make it a whole fucking dream. Like, here we are. We have a star. And that's for people who want that life, though. Like, I'm ready for whatever it come with.
For sure.
You feel me? It can come with.
During your dark times, like in the different group homes and things like that, what kept you positive? Did you always want to be in entertainment?
Since I was little, yeah, I wanted to be a star. I remember being little and like I was like 4 or 5, and I was in this other foster home. I was in this other foster home, and this is the one where Bay Vista or whatever. And I remember she made me stand up all night, so I was like look out the window and I would look at the stars, and I would like, I guess I would pray. I don't know if there was a God, but I'll ask like. I'll be like, somebody like please take me away from here. Like I want to leave. Like. I wished to be out of the situation, and I remember just always thinking, like, I want to be a star. Like, I know I'm going to be something, but I didn't know how because, I didn't have, like, at that time, you're little, you only live in what you see and looking around. But, like, now that I'm older, I see that I have potential. And I used to do church choirs, so I used to, like, sing, and I always wanted to be on TV. I always wanted to be big, but I never knew how. So, I'm like, all right. What's next, So
what did you like the thing, like, so you're into music now, you're on TV and things like that, did you see any of that stuff like start to manifest as a kid? Like, were you singing? I mean, you sing in the church choir, but I mean, like, were you writing any music for yourself or like acting, or like, were you doing any of that stuff for yourself?
When I was in church choir, I used to do solos, and I actually used to have the piano guy. He used to help me write, and they would have like the children's day or something, and I would be like the one singing the solos with him doing the piano. So we would like make a song up, and then I would sing. But in foster homes, and like, you know, not every foster home is like this, so I don't want to give the idea that every foster home is bad, but the ones I've dealt with were not the best. And like the guy was like help me write and everything, and like I remember the lady used to tell me like, oh, you're not good at singing, you're not good, like you're not gonna make it nowhere. Like she used to put me on, like I had ADHD, I probably still have it, but I don't give a fuck. And she used to put me on all types of medications to calm me down and to keep me quiet and to keep me like weird. Like I don't know, I was weird. Like the medicine was so strong that I used to be like shaking, like, you feel me? So everything that I really wanted to do, she kind of like, what do you call it?
Like suppressed it.
Yes, like simmered me down to where I was like just not talking. I would just go to school and I'm like super weird and quiet and like just looking around, like, you know. And then like the days that I wouldn't take the medicine, I was off the wall. I was all over the place. But yeah, like I used to sing in church choirs, and I remember me and my best friend in 3rd grade, we would sing at school, and we used to pretend we're the Cheetah Girls, and we would have competition. Well, not really competition. She'll sing and then I'll sing, and I was like, you sing so good. And she's like, no, you sing so good. And I'm like, no, you do. But at that time, I was really singing. Like, I'm hitting all those notes, like the little loops, all that shit, like going in.
Who was your favorite singer as a kid?
I really liked Beyonce, Alicia Keys. I remember people used to say, you look like Alicia Keys. I used to wear like the braids and shit. So, and the curly hair and everything. I loved Alicia Keys. I loved Ashanti and Aaliyah. Those were like my favorite, my top. And then like, you know, Disney Channel. I always wanted to be on Disney Channel. And I used to watch Raven. She was like a big inspiring person to me too, because her and That's a Raven, fashionable. She could sing. She was funny. It was like, ooh, I'm trying to be on Raven. I'm trying to be on a show. What's that? But all that shit that I went through, like it made me. But it's almost to a point where now I almost kind of don't. I'm so over it in a way, because I want so much more that I don't even think about it no more. Like, it's there. Yeah, that's what happened. You would not believe this. No one would believe me. But, like, I just carry myself big. Like, I don't want to keep holding on and dragging on to, like, my story. But, like, I know my story is $1 million. So I hold on to it, but, like, not to where it's, like, getting to me.
Right.
Like, I want to write a book, you know? And I remember reading books in elementary about other foster kids, A Piece of Cake, and there was like another one, I don't know if it's called The Lost Boy, but those are foster stories where the kids were getting abused or like raped or, you know, just mistreated and like having, you know, to deal with all their things, and those inspired me, those books, you know? So it makes me want to write a book.
I hear you. You should. You should. You absolutely should. You say, you know, you say you got past and you're like, you know, you're better for it. Do you think you've properly dealt with any of that trauma? Or do you kind of just like put it behind and you don't think about it?
I've never really properly dealt with it. I've never did like therapy. Well, I did therapy as a kid with the foster mom, but it wasn't something I could just go in therapy and tell them, hey y'all, like this is what's going on. I was so scared to talk to anyone about like, or to tell, because I felt like if I tell, like I'm gonna get hit or abused or fucking slapped up, like she'll slap me and hit me hard as fuck and socking me, I would be bleeding and bruises all over me. So it's like, what kid want to get hit for real? Nobody wants to get socked in their face, you know? So I just was like, didn't talk about anything. I always act like everything was good. Like, yeah, I'm doing great at home, you know, playing and learning and just lying. But like, I never actually properly as an adult dealt with it. But that's something I think I will do. And I think that's more so like something that when I'm on TV, I plan to have my own TV show. So I think when I have my own TV show, my family will be there and they'll be on the show, and it'll be like a reality TV show, like kind of like Kim Kardashian, but the black version, the ghetto version, but like just the trauma version of the Kim K's, you know, because
so you want to deal with your trauma in front of the world?
Yeah. Really? Because I feel like they get to enjoy the process too. Like, why not? Like, all these people are going through similar stories and similar things, and if they see how we deal with it, it might encourage some of them to do it. Like, we can do therapy and have it filmed, but as a family, like, it would kind of be on the spot. So everybody that I'm dealing with, my mom and my brother, my siblings, everyone gonna kind of own up to their stuff. Like, they can't just sit here and be like, oh no, like, don't say this. No, we're gonna say it all. Let's just say everything.
I hear you.
Why not?
So you have this, like, you know, this, like, really challenging and really troubling childhood. At what point did things start to, like, feel positive or feel better? You felt like things were starting to, like, turn around for you?
When I was like, I guess technically when I got grown, because then I was able to make my own decisions.
Like a fresh 18?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
I was going to school, and at that time, I was trying to, like, work a job, and then...
What were you working at?
I wasn't, but in high school, I was working at, like, Yoshinoya and, like, Laser Journeys and, like, stuff like that. But at 18, I didn't have a job. I did, like, the extended foster care where they gave me an apartment, and then I was going to school. I was at City College, and I only went for, like, 2 weeks, but then I was getting kicked out of my place because they said no people could stay. Visitors have to leave at a certain time. Like, there was rules to it because I didn't pay rent. It was like you only pay like $250 a month.
I'm so sorry. I gotta flip your mic around.
Okay, that's okay.
My bad.
Sorry, it's getting but and like I was kind of getting kicked out, not an eviction because obviously it's like through the foster care, so they just tell you to leave. But when they told me to leave, it was like you gotta leave by the end of the week. Like, it wasn't a 2 week or a month notice. It was like, get out, because I was smoking weed in the apartment and just kind of like. But I was still going to school. I was still trying to look for a job. Like, I felt like I was still doing good.
What were the grades looking like?
I don't know. I just had like.
You say you only did 2 weeks. You don't know.
Yeah,
what your grades
but but I liked school. I wanted to. Like, I remember I wrote out this essay and everything that I never got to turn in, and I was so excited for it. I was like, this is so great. I forget what it's about, but it was like a 2 or 3 page essay. And, like, they kicked me the fuck out, and I had to fucking leave, so I just, like, didn't have nowhere to turn.
Did you have a major yet at that point?
I didn't have shit besides myself. And I fucking started dancing. Like, let me get to some money at least. If I can't have a place to live or have a career at the moment. And I still wanted to go to school, but it was like be homeless and try to go to school, or just like I had to lose something because I had nowhere to live. Like, I didn't have a license to drive. I had to figure out my whole situation. So I started dancing, and then I kind of just stopped going to school altogether. But that was like kind of the sacrifice I took for trying to make some money and surviving, you know? So.
How long were you dancing?
I started dancing at 18, and I danced for like a couple years, and then I had my son. So it's been like an off and on type of thing.
What was that first like the decision to go dance? Was that a tough decision for you?
Yeah, it was. I didn't know what to do. I remember showing up to audition with regular heels on and a regular lingerie, like something that I had, and dancing offbeat as fuck. And like, I didn't know how to do any pole tricks. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. But like, I just showed up because I'm like, I need money now, and I need fast money. I need to get my life together and find an apartment. And mind you, this isn't like fresh 18. This is like end of 18.
Got you.
And then I remember getting an apartment in Otay when I was like 19, and and then that was great, and I was happy. Like, I got my place. Like, I started finally getting things together, but I never went back to school, so that was kind of fucked up. Yeah, I do consider going back to school at some point, but for real estate, like business or something, you know.
Any like the horror, like I want like some of like the like dancing horror stories. Like, what was that like? Because you know, you hear the, you know, you hear different dancers like tell different stories, and like some of them they have like nothing but like amazing stories. Like, oh no, I got like they took care of me in there and everything was great. What was your experience like? Even if there were no horror stories, what was your experience like as a dancer?
Honestly, I really don't feel like I had a lot of horror stories. I'm not like, you know, I've had friends, though, that have passed away or got murdered or followed or something weird. Mind you, not in San Diego, but like in other states, because I used to travel. I used to, like, I was getting big with my shit. Like, you know, let me go to Chicago, let me go to Portland, let me go try all these places, because I was young and I didn't have nothing to lose. I didn't have a kid, just me, myself, and I wanted to travel too. So every traveling trip was like a paycation where I make money, and then I'll do photo shoots and like I'll do content because I was starting to model and everything. So I was like, let me like just travel and like, you know, work. But dancing could be scary. That's why like some girls, they might take their job outside the club and I don't, because I don't want to be sitting up here worried about my life at the end of the night. Like, I want to know that, okay, I made so much money here, I don't have to go see people outside, and I'm okay. I can go home and like get rest and mind my business and like shower and skincare and go to bed. Like, I shouldn't have to. The guys come to the club, they come to you. So, you know, no offense or not judging girls who do see people outside, but you shouldn't have to. If you just stick to a plan and have a plan and a way out, you shouldn't have to be hanging outside of the club. Like, that's weird. You know,
of the cities you've traveled to, which city has like the best like strip club culture?
Miami. But I actually moved to Miami.
What makes them stand out?
They just so lit, and like it's so much money, like thousands of fucking dollars. Like, I've made my most money you could ever make in a night. Well, I mean, some
Makes
girls
sense.
probably made more, but like 10K nights, 15K nights, like big nights, you know. And celebrities show up, they'll, you know, show love, and like even regular guys, just customers come in, they're like spending and spending. And it's like just everybody just so lit there, and it's like unlimited. So it's like.
And what's been the worst? What's been the worst city?
The worst city, Chicago.
Yeah.
But that was because I didn't
I was
really
scared you was
go
gonna say
there to
here.
like dance. Because I went there to dance, but then I also got stuck because the club that I went to was so fucking slow because it just opened up. And I didn't do my research on the clubs, and it was so slow that it was like, ain't no money. And then I got stuck there because I didn't have no money to get back
Yikes.
home. So I had to like find another club to work at, and then basically trapped real quick until I got the money and left, you know? So, yeah, but the dance thing is good, but, like, honestly, like, I feel like if you're gonna do it, kind of like Cardi B, you gotta find your way out or use your money to do other shit, you know? Don't sit there and be stuck. There's girls that I've met there that don't have no plan or they don't know what they're gonna do. They just every day living at the club, and they show up and they look worn out and fucking tired, you know?
And you said it's been an off and on thing for you. Do you still do it? Are you done? Or?
I have done it, but honestly, I'm done now. I'm more in like the bottle girl service area.
When's the last time you danced?
Like before COVID. I probably danced
so
like one more time.
It's been a while then.
But I probably danced like one other time after COVID. But yeah, it's been a while. Like, I really think that like if you're gonna dance, have a goal out. You know, a lot of girls don't have that. So that's just a tip for girls who do dance: is find a way to keep your money, save your money. Don't give your money away because you can get lost in the sauce. Make the money and don't let it make you. You know. And get out, whether you start your own business or whatever you choose to do, but just find a clean slate and go.
So are you still in the nightlife or no?
The bottle girl service.
Got you. Okay. How's that treating you?
Pretty good. I make money and I'm happy. I could take care of my kid. I could still live how I want. It's good money. It's like kind of like dance money, but not quite as much. But it's consistent. So you don't have to worry about, you know, going in with no paycheck and focusing on people who are like might tip, might not tip, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
How old is your son?
He's 4. Well, he's turning 5 next week.
Oh yeah?
December 15th.
Nice.
Sagittarius.
Happy birthday to him.
Big Sag.
How do you like being a boy mom?
It's good. He, you know, is different, but is very easygoing, and he's very cool. He's a cool kid. Like, he's like a mama's boy. Yeah, mama's boy. He's very like, just he gets it, and he's a star. Like, he knows the life. Like, he's lived with me in BlueFace before, and he did photo shoots, and he also did acting classes and acting school, and he's very photogenic. And he wants to do YouTube, and he wants to do all these like TV shows and movies, and like I'm working towards getting him a career as well, not just myself. Because I'm not going to just depend on myself. If my son wants to go live this lifestyle, I'm going to help him. As long as I'm behind him, backing him up, and it's smart. Because I don't want nobody, like, being weird with my kid. I'm sorry. But,
Absolutely.
like, I've been through that, and I'm not gonna take a chance. Like all these Disney Channel characters and kids that are grown now, like Raven and what's his name, Orlando or whatever. They're all weird as fuck. Like they're so weird. Like I don't know if they're on drugs. I don't know if something happened to them when they were on the set. People touching them. I don't want none of that shit. I want the life, but I don't want it that damn bad.
I think. I mean, I don't. You know, I guess maybe some of them got touched. I think it just comes from like not living
A
normal childhood.
And that's what I'm afraid of. And he's doing boxing, so I let him be a kid. But like, if he don't want to do it, he doesn't have to. I'm not gonna force him to be like, no, you got to be in front of the cameras. But if I'm in front of the cameras, you're gonna be in front of the cameras a little bit. You can still live your life. You can get homeschooled or you can go to school. But I just want him to be happy in whatever the choices that he makes. And I'm not gonna judge him. I will help him pursue that. But like, I'm very protective, so I will be right there. And I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody gonna say, oh, no parents in the room. No, I'm right here. If not, he's not gonna do it. Because there's no reason he's 4 or 5, like even 10. Any kid under 18 shouldn't be no parents out of a room and all that weird shit. I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna be right there with him.
Have you ever watched any of those pageant shows, like the pageant moms and stuff like that? You ever seen that?
Yeah, actually, funny story. I was super girly girl. I wanted to be in a pageant. And actually, I never had the opportunity. So at like 24, 25, I signed up. But then I kind of like, they start asking for money and shit. So I never did it. But yeah, I wanted to.
You should host one now that you're who you are now and have a platform and all
Miss
that.
America or Miss California. And like.
Never too late?
No, it's too late now.
But no, I was saying like you should host one. Like you're as a young girl, you wanted to do it. Maybe you should like host one or like put one on there for all young girls.
They have like age limits and they have like.
I'm not saying for you. I'm saying you host one for other young girls to be on one.
But I don't know. I'm more so trying to host like TV. Like I'm trying to be on TV. So I want to be on Baddies. BlueFace is having this new TV show. What is it? The Rap West. Rap Queens blah, 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 blah. Rap Queens West. It's like a tongue twister, but I'm trying to be on that. And being a former artist of BlueFace, yeah, I'm trying to fuck it up and turn the fuck up and claim my throne and get my spot back. Because ain't none of these bitches rap better than me. Because I rap, I sing, and I know how to do different genres. I know how to do more on that melodic, cute, soft girl side. I could do almost like some mulatto or Nicki. I could be like in different shit. I haven't tried country yet, but you know, like I'm into EDC, that rave and like that pop type stuff. I like that. So I feel like I got whatever it takes, and I'm definitely coming back to fuck my shit up and get all my shit. Like ain't nobody coming in there taking my spot. And they said no fighting, but I'll slap any bitch who tell me otherwise. So yeah.
Well, there's that. How did the opportunity to be Blue Girls Club is the name of the show, right?
Yeah.
How did the opportunity come up to be on that show?
I was like being like a video vixen. I was doing a lot of music videos, and me and my homegirl like we got casted to be in his music video, and I forget what song it is because actually it was like a feature with somebody else, and it never came out. And so I remember being at the video, and I don't know how the setup was. I got paid to be there, and like, you know, some girls get paid. I don't think every girl got paid, but me and my friends did. And I remember like they might have had like a main girl. I don't fucking know, but I know I was in the front because the thing is, I'm kind of like a rebel. I don't give a fuck about the rules unless they're like, no, be back here. Then you know, but it was almost like anything goes. So I was in the front. Blue made sure I was in the front, and I didn't know him, but I remember he was like really eyeing me, like looking. There was like some girls, they were pretty, but he had his eye on me, and I could tell. And then at the end, I was like, okay, well, like, thank you for having us. Nice meeting you. And he was like, oh, you're leaving? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, get my number down and, you know, stay in contact. And then I did. And then a few months later, well, we never stayed in contact, but a few months later, I remember he was doing the Bad Girls Club. I seen it on the Shade Room, and then I was like, ooh, I have his number. Let me text. I was like, hey, I'm trying to be on the show. What's up? And he was like, yeah, like, just send your audition to me. All the other girls had to send the audition through the email or whatever the prompts or steps were. But since I already had, like, met him, he's like, just send it to me. And so then he was like, all right, once I sent it, meet me at LAX this day, this time. And then, yeah, so we got picked up by, like, some party bus and all that. It was cool.
Dope. Now, I've spoken to, this is not important. I've spoken to a few people that have been on reality shows. And each of them, they have like similar stories and similar experiences, but it varies, you know, because not everybody's experience is the same. On the show that you were on, was it like how organic was it? Like were they more so like setting up situations like, nah, you're gonna be beefing with this girl today, or like, hey, she said this about you in that room, or like how did most of that go?
It was definitely organic. Sorry, y'all. See, I'm crazy.
Nah, you good. We gonna get you right. We gonna get you right.
But yeah, no, this shit was epic, right? So we get there, everything's just natural. Everyone dancing, turning up. As soon as we get to the house, bitches is already lit and fucking arguing and ready to fight right away, which is Krishan and some other girl, Wheezy or something, already ready to go off. And everything was super natural. Nothing was set up. But what I noticed was it was still set up. So if that makes sense, it was like, you know you're on set, so act a fool. So people were acting bigger or obnoxious, I would say.
Now, was that just them trying to be extra, or was that producers telling them to do?
No, they was just everybody was able to do whatever they wanted to do.
Okay.
But I remember it was the fans, actually, when we would go on our outings, like they took our phones in the house. So then when we would go out, Blue would take us places to eat, shop, or whatever the fuck, to different places. We were allowed to have our phones. And I remember everyone was like, oh, like, they'll like stir shit up. It was the fans. They're like, oh, we heard Sunshine or Krishan talking about you, and you know what you gonna do. Like all the girls will go live, so they're like, oh, we heard them talking about you, or they said you ain't shit, or whatever they would say. And then they'd be like, who you about to fight next in the house? So I'm like, you know what, I'm about to beat Sunshine up, because why is she talking about me? So I'm on live like, yeah, watch this, y'all, I'm about to beat Sunshine up. And then we get to the house, and so funny, Sunshine like, who won a box? I'm like, I do. But I don't know if she saw, like, I don't know if, like, I guess people could see, you know, people would tell them, like, oh, Bonnie says she gonna beat you up or fight you or whatever. So then, you know, like, and then also, some people would just start hitting you and just fight you just because they'll make shit up. Like Krishan, she tried to fight me because some lashes I gave her. You feel me? Like, the whole time, let's just be real, you wanted to fight me. It wasn't a real reason to why you fought me. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, she shouldn't have touched the lashes. First of all, they were mine. I gave them to you. And then they were on my bed and crusty as fuck. Don't put them on my bed. Blue said, clean the room. Everybody clean up. Why is your shit on my bed? So you're mad. Then she tried to, like, she's so extra. So she's very smart, though. But I don't fuck with her. You feel me? Not now, because of some other shit. It's a mixed feelings, because she was my friend later. But she was like, oh, you put them in a spit cup. First of all, I didn't even know that there was a spit cup. If there was any spit cup, it was your spit cup, because you're the only person with a missing fucking tooth, which just got knocked out. You're probably the only person spitting in any fucking cup, because who's doing that? That's disgusting. So obviously, she found her reason to fight me, and then she also found reasons to fight other people, and she would just start hitting them instead of like actually squaring up and like getting into it. It was like, you better watch your fucking back. Like, motherfuckers are sneaking everybody, so do not get, you know.
And you wasn't worried about it? I mean, no, respectfully, you're a petite woman. You wasn't worried about all of that rumbling in that house?
Not really, because honestly, like, I just went on there for, you know, exposure and to have
I'm not saying you went on there to fight, but you was
well, I did go on there to fight. So, I mean.
So you wasn't worried about the rumbling?
Yeah,
okay.
I wasn't worried. I went on there to fight.
Okay.
Because it's the Bad Girls Club. Obviously, you're going on there, and I just wasn't gonna let people fuck with me. Even though, okay, when me and Krishan fought, she did get me because I stopped fighting, and it wasn't that I was scared. It was like, I don't know. You know, you're in the moment, but like, you almost like, I just fought this other girl, so I just kind of like was like, why are you fighting me? I was just like kind of over it. But if I had another chance to fight her, I will. And actually, she's weird because I just found out recently that she was like pointed a gun at my son or directed a gun at him. And this is after the show. This is when I was signed, when we all lived together. And at this time, after the show, even after that fight that everybody saw, we still shook hands and was cool. And then we were like cool. Blue had us like living together, being like sisters. Like he made it known like, y'all be cool, this and that. And she was just still weird. Like, just the whole time, she was just jealous. And, like, she just couldn't stand me being around because she knows that Blue was, you know, feeling me. And she liked Blue or whatever. But it was like, girl, I'm here for my career. Like, I don't know what you got going on. And, I don't really care. But I'm here I have a kid. I had way more to lose than she did at that time. She didn't have a kid. I'm here to get my fucking career popping. I don't know about you, but I fucked with Blue, and I feel like, you know, Blue fucked with me, but I feel like he didn't move fast enough. Because I'm not about to wait around. I'm an Aquarius. Like, if you say you're doing something for me, we need to do that.
Moves fast enough as far as what, like getting a record deal, or like what?
No, not a record deal. Just let's drop some music. Let's fucking get this shit popping.
Like get to the work.
Get my music video. Where's my interview? Like, we had an interview with No Jumper, but it was all about Krishan. Now, obviously, if I'm not fucking you, then but that's the thing. Like, I shouldn't have to do all of that to get where I want to go. Like, you should be considerate, knowing that you have me and my son up here in fucking the hills, in the valley or whatever, and you got me out here just without my family, you know, no manager, just me and my kid, and it's off the strength. There's no paperwork. Like, I'm trying to, like, really do music. And especially you're selling me a dream of we're really doing music. Don't play in my fucking face. And I'm an Aquarius. We're a week apart. We're the same age, same year, damn near. You know, he's what? I'm the 27th. He's the 20th. Don't play. I'm the female though, so you know I'm not dumb, and you looking and quiet because you know that. You know that I make you uncomfortable, but I don't want to make nobody uncomfortable. I just want you to stand on what you say and be about it. Like, don't sit here and sell me this dream because you don't have to. Because I'm the one you don't need to do that to. You just be honest. If you want a girlfriend or, you know, me and Krishan fuck with you, say that. If you don't want that, say that. Say what you want. And then that'll give me the option to be like, yeah, I'm fucking with you, or I don't want to do it, because now you're wasting everybody's time. So, like, with him doing this TV show, everyone's like, oh, are you going to do it? This and that. They want to know. And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. But with him having Zeus behind him and $1 million record deal and all that, I'm down. Because I honestly, unless there's paperwork, I just want it to be secure. And it depends on what kind of paperwork. Because I don't want to go into no deal where it's like bullshit. You know, like, I want to make sure that I eat, my family eat, the record eat, everybody eat, but it's reasonable and it's fair. Nobody wants to go on a shitty fucking record label with, like, Megan. She's fought for her fucking life to get out of that.
It's gotta make sense for you. Now, you say now going on the show, you said like, no, I went to fight. Were you, like, being a mom, were you concerned about, like, stuff living online for forever, and, like, your son or maybe his friends or whoever, like, seeing you behave that way on a reality show?
I didn't really think about all that. I was just bored. It was during COVID. And I was also trying to get my Instagram, you know, more pop-in and exposure. And I had, like, an idea, like, once I do the show, I'm going to drop my song. And then I dropped, like, my first song after the show, which is Element. And I remember just like, you know what, I'm going to go on the show, have fun, turn up. And I always wanted to be on a Bad Girls Club. Like, I watched it growing up, so yeah, I was like, I'm with it. I didn't give a fuck, because when we in a mansion eating fucking lobster and fucking steaks and shit, ain't nobody going to sit here and complain about how I got there. You think Kim K complains about her sucking dick to get where she got? I don't think so. So I'm not about to give a fuck about how people look at me, because at the end of the day, this is entertainment. This is business. So I don't care what people think. So I'm going to do what the fuck I have to do. So
you just saw it as a means to an end?
Yeah, this is my life. And I'm wild, and I make every decision, and I stand on that. Can't nobody go and say, oh, you did this and you did that. And did? And what the fuck are you going to say? That's not going to... Your people's opinions don't pay my bills. They don't do anything for me. Actually... Maybe it will pay my bills, because people are blowing my shit up. They commenting, they viewing, they looking, they concerned, and they act like we don't give a fuck, but you do, because you're messaging me. So you care. Thank you. Next. The fuck?
Hey.
You think I'm supposed to... It's not... You know, am I going to die in my grave and give a fuck? No. Once I'm dead, I don't care. And me being alive, still don't give a fuck, because I'm going to stand on everything. That's the difference.
So do you have any regrets in your life?
No, because everything fucking made me who the fuck I was. If I had any regret, I feel like it would be kind of a disappointment. The only regret that I might actually have is not standing up for myself when I should have, because I didn't have nobody to help me stand up for myself or to teach me, Bonnie, like, don't let nobody, bully you or abuse you or hurt you. That's like the only regret, was maybe just going a little harder for myself. But as a kid, I didn't know any better, And then as an adult, I still didn't know any better. That's like the only thing I regret that I could say. Is not really having my own back. Because everybody just took. But who's going to have me when I don't have shit? Nobody. So now this new Bonnie is standing on what I say, and I'm not letting nobody take and do what the fuck they want. I run this shit. I make the rules, and it's my fucking world, and y'all just living in it. That's it. And everybody should have that attitude. It shouldn't just be, oh, she's cocky. No, I'm humble. But if you don't feel that way, then that's shame on you. You should feel like you're the baddest bitch walking in. I feel like that. So if you don't feel the same, that's not my fucking problem. Go get some securements. Like, make yourself feel better. Go shopping, get some money. Like, the fuck? You feel me? Like, this shit is like for the birds.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like to me you're like, I mean, clearly you said what you meant, but I'm taking that as like, you know what, I put up with a lot of BS early on in my life, and I'm past that, and I'm standing on what I stand on now.
And that's facts.
Respect.
100.
Respect.
You feel me?
Absolutely. So what's next for you? You did the show. You say you're not signed anymore, right?
No, but I am gonna do BlueFace's show.
Okay.
I'm going to be on his rap show. I want to make sure that I get my spot back. And also, like, I just did an interview, Jessica West Side Stories. Make sure y'all tune into that, because that interview, it also, all the answers that people are looking for, they can go on there and look for answers that they actually need to hear, The song that I did, PYMP, that was the latest song that I did, Pretty Young and Paid. Also, people want to know all this beef that I had with Krishan. There's answers in that song that I dropped, and that was 2 years ago. Bad Girl by Bonnie Lashay. Look it up, and it will tell you shit that... And everything that I say about anything is true. Like, I don't have to lie on nobody's name. Everybody, because the thing about it is things are falling into place now. Wack don't fuck with Krishan. And there's all this beef between Blue and Krishan and Wack and everybody, but I was a part of that. So I'm telling my story. It's simple. It's tea, but it's not tea because I was there.
So
it's just tea to others.
So you and Krishan, y'all still not cool? You still don't rock with her?
I don't know. She had messaged me, and she tried to be cool. But I was okay with being cool with her, because the last time when I left, she tried to tell everybody on the internet I was homeless and this and that. And I was. Because I just had lost my apartment from my family ruining it. So, yeah, I was figuring out the next step. But the thing was, I looked over that, I didn't care, and then now I found out all the fans are sending me pictures and shit of her pointing and directing a gun at my fucking son, so that's like weird.
Like, in the room with him?
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah, so it's like, I'm not looking, and then she was weird. It's just simple. You were just weird. Like, I'm not gonna look over how you treated me, and I'm not gonna sit here like the new me. I'm not gonna be fake and be cool with nobody, especially if you was weird to me. And then as soon as I left, you found another opportunity to try to expose me. Oh, you're homeless, you're this, you're that on the internet. Okay, and like, please don't let me, because I done said some shit. That's why you gotta listen to the diss record, because it talks a lot of stuff.
What's the name of it?
It's called Bad Girl by Bonnie Lashay.
Oh, okay, I thought you said, okay.
That song, you'll see why I was leaving. Another reason why I left.
I hear you.
A lot of answers is in that song. People just gotta listen.
You gotta check that song out there. So what's next for you? You did the show. You said you got music.
I'm going on Baddies.
Okay.
With Natalie Nunn. I'm going on BlueFace's show. I'm doing interviews. I'm doing another No Jumper show, or another No Jumper interview. Probably do another interview with Sharp. He's gonna come correct. Ain't no talking shit, and if you do, he knows exactly how I'm coming. And
I like how you handled yourself in that interview.
Yeah.
I like how you handled yourself.
I'll do another interview, but as long as he comes correct, though. Because if you're going to be weird, then there's no point. Because I'm not about to sit here and take shit from people. That's why If I have to go there, I will. And it's like I'm not gonna play with you, and I'm not gonna play with
You and
nobody.
Sharp not cool?
No, we're not cool. We just
I'm saying when you left that interview, y'all was fine, right?
I left just like don't fuck with me, cause you tried to play with me, and I don't like that. And I just left it like that, you know.
And y'all haven't spoken since, and you finna go interview with him again?
No, and yeah, we're setting up a time to interview. I'll do an interview with him as long as he respects what I have to say. Because at the end of that interview, everybody else respected what I had to say, so you're going to respect what I have to say. And I'm like, any room that I walk in, I feel like I intimidate people, but I know you're like how I'm carrying myself. You're gonna respect me. Simple as that. And if you don't, then get the fuck out my way.
Sharp a little different though. He do his show the way he do his show. I don't know if you finna push him off his square. Sharp,
Well,
Sharp
then
a
I'm
little
gonna go
different.
there with him. Simple. I'm gonna turn all the way up, but this time it's not. I was being nice the first time. If you're gonna be funny the second time, I'm gonna show you funny, and it's gonna be real disrespectful. So we can go there all day.
I feel you. So other than the interviews, any studio sessions planned, like big
I'm in
singles
the
coming
studio
out?
all fucking day.
I mean, as far coming out of those studio sessions, like any singles coming out of that? Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Anything you want to tell us about?
I got a new song that I'm getting ready to drop. It's called My Friend. That one, I have another one called Hating For Real. That one I might save, though, because that one, I need to drop that when it's on when I'm on bullshit. Right now, I'm just in my vibe. I'm in my aura. I'm in my feeling myself. My pretty girl shit. So it's like genres of me. Like, you either gonna get the pretty side, and then when I'm mad, you might see the Hating For Real come out, or you know, a little bad girl something, a little diss record or something. You never know what you're gonna get because I make music all the time. So yeah.
So any acting or anything like that, or you just focusing on music right now?
Focusing on music and the TV show, and the TV shows are obviously reality. So
That's why I asked, because a lot of times, you know, the reality, you end up like segueing that into music or television. So that's why I asked about the acting.
yeah, no, I'm doing both. I'm doing all the above. Hitting the red carpet, doing events, coming out with my own brand, eventually my own TV show. I have a lot of shit in the works, but I'm not going to say too much because I like to keep quiet, move in silence, and then y'all just see as it goes. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell the world, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Y'all just got to watch me. Just pay attention and just keep supporting, keep motivating me. You know, like, I'm here for San Diego. I'm turning up. Like, right now I need to do performances. I need to be hosting in all the San Diego clubs. Omnia, Park, Onyx. They got that new club, The Owl. That's coming back out. Like, I'm trying to perform San Diego Pride. I'm trying to rep San Diego because there's no real female artist that I've heard of. I'm not going to say there's not, but that I've heard of personally.
There's a few here from the city that's trying to bubble up right now.
That's trying to bubble up, but who's really bubbled up?
Nobody really.
Okay,
Nobody
that's
really.
my point. Who's really bubbled up? Who's in the industry that you can name one artist, at least a female artist?
Nah, we don't have one.
I need to do that for San Diego. That's where I'm coming in. I'm repping San Diego. I need San Diego and all San Diego people just come behind me. The hood, everybody just support me because I'm from the ghetto. I'm not from fucking, Point Loma and all that. I'm from South, Euclid and shit. Like, I'm from all over San Diego, Chula Vista. Like, everybody, like, that's from San Diego that actually, like, pays attention and, like, watches me and, like, is into music and into the entertainment shit, they fucking with me. I work with all the biggest, engineers and producers out here, Scope and 88 The Gang and all them. I work with them. Like, I'm out here really trying to make a name for San Diego,
88 The Game, killing it.
Yeah, and all them, anytime I need a beat, studio time, got me. I'm fucking with San Diego. I just want that same energy back.
Have you had a chance to collaborate with any of the artists from here?
Not necessarily.
Do you spend much time here?
Nova, we were working on the song.
Shout out Nova. That's the girl right there.
Nova came.
Absolutely.
we were working on the song, but the engineer got weird. I don't want to drop names because I'm not trying to be on that
Yeah,
time.
we ain't gotta do
I
that.
ain't name dropping, but yeah, we never got to get the song out because the engineer acted weird. We didn't get the song. It was all this bullshit. And then we had to start over, but we ended up not starting over. And everybody was on to their next thing that they did. You know, he's doing his shit, so I'm doing my shit. So
We got a few artists from here that's really doing some dope things right now. You tapped in with any of them?
well,
Weirdo, Maru, any of them?
me and Yabi or Yab, we were gonna do a song. Well, we talked about it, but we never actually did the song. But I'm down to collaborate with any San Diego artist. That just hit me up and like we could work. You know, 22, what's the name? 22 G Faye. I like his sound. Would love to work with him.
He got a lot of momentum right now too.
Yeah, I'd be seeing him and like he's on the same album I am. I did actually. You know what? I lied. I did a song with Hardini.
Okay.
The Juby one on Instagram. What is it? Talk My Shit. Got the music video on YouTube.
Okay.
Worked with him, but I would like to work with some more San Diego artists. And like, that's one thing that hasn't happened because I do travel a lot and I move around a lot. So it's hard to catch me, you know, like.
How often are you in the city?
Shit.
Like rarely, huh?
Yeah. Like I might be here now and then in a couple days I'm out of town. So you just never know. But I do try to make time and availability. I have a team pushing me and supporting me, management, styling, all that. So anything that, if somebody's interested, anything that needs to get done can happen. As long as they just hit me up and it makes sense and, you know, the collaboration is right, you know. But today's price isn't yesterday's price.
Absolutely.
So that, you know, plays a factor in everything too.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm down to work. San Diego, hit my line.
That's what's
the
up.
real Bonnie Lashay on Instagram. Let me the fuck know.
I was just about to say before we get out of here, let everybody know where they can find you. You told me where are you on Instagram or anywhere else?
I'm on Instagram, the real Bonnie Lashay. You can find me on TikTok, Bonnie Lashay, Twitter, Bonnie Lashay.
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Sorry, y'all. YouTube, Bonnie Lashay. Everything, Bonnie Lashay.
Boom. So just look for Bonnie Lashay everywhere.
Look for Bonnie
on all the
Lashay.
platforms. On all
platforms. Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, all that shit. Find all my music. Just type in Bonnie Lashay. You'll find PYMP. Look at all my interviews. There's Jessica West Side Stories where I did my latest interview. I have another interview coming out with Planet Lurk Franklin. That's Vegas. Look for that. Bonnie Lashay. Just Bonnie Lashay. Bonnie motherfucking Lashay. Simple as that.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Bonnie Lashay, I appreciate you joining me on the Ain't Got It Yet podcast.
Thank you.
Hope you had a great time. I had a good time hanging out and talking with you.
But I got it.
Absolutely.
Period.
Thanks for pulling up.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You're welcome
Love
back.
you guys. San Diego, I fuck with you. Rock with me. Step hard. Step behind me. We're going to get this. I'll be the first female rapper from San Diego to blow up. Make a name for us.
That part.
Period. Amen to that.
There you go. Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 37. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Take care.